Hi, my name is Mike Balamotis. I'm the Senior Manager of Product Applications here at Countable Labs, and I'm here to talk with you today about how Countable PCR excels at rare molecule detection over legacy platforms like NGS and digital PCR, which otherwise can struggle to detect rare events within a population of wild-type background. So Countable PCR is ideally suited for this kind of application compared to digital PCR because of three key features. A broad dynamic range for counting molecules, which is super important if you need to count both very low and very high numbers of molecules in the same reaction. The ability to load a high input mass per sample so that you're looking at more potential targets. And lastly, because our system doesn't use microfluidics, unlike those other platforms, we don't lose precious sample to dead volume. This lets us push the boundaries of rare molecule detection in a single reaction. So let me show you why. Traditional genomics-based systems like next-gen sequencing are powerful tools but fall short in sensitivity. It takes a lot of sequencing depth to lower the VAF, the variable allele frequency, to detect rare mutations out of many wild-type targets. Not to mention, NGS is costly and time-consuming, not something that really scales well for most clinical applications. Now, with digital PCR, costs are lower, but sensitivity is still an issue. Assays have trouble going below 0.1% VAF, and this is fundamentally because the systems saturate at 100,000 targets per reaction. So it makes it challenging to go to a much lower VAF with confidence. At Countable Labs, we built a platform that solves these issues. Here's some data from an assay looking at a cancer mutation in a gene called JAK2. So to test the sensitivity of our system, I set up a dilution series to compare diminishing amounts of the V617F mutation against wild-type target. Now, because our system can handle high input mass, I was able to load 3,000 nanograms of sample in a single reaction and count every single molecule, both wild-type and mutant. So we easily found the proverbial needle in the haystack by looking at every single straw, not just a subset. And because we're counting directly, we know that every compartment contains a single target molecule, so we can push the limit of detection lower than ever before. This allowed me to count as few as 40 mutant molecules out of 1 million wild type, a VAF of 0.004%, all in the same reaction tube. And we're still comfortably above the theoretical limit of detection, shown here in that dashed line. Early access customers who've used our system for rare molecule detection are impressed with the easy workflow, the out-of-the-box assay design, and the sensitivity that Countable PCR offers them. So, if you'd like to learn more about how your assays can start to count with Countable, contact me or any one of our specialists today. Thanks.